Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your monthly reading for October. I can't believe we are here already, but here we are, and this is the month I have been most concerned about. But let's see how the energy will affect you personally and, of course, the world at large. We are officially in Libra season, which influences us all to seek new horizons, start new projects, expand your knowledge or reach, be curious, and embark on new travel destinations. It's a perfect time to get creative, get deeper clarity on your desires, while strengthening relationships with important people in your lives. This month should all be about balance and harmony. However, we have the last eclipse of the year occurring, and it is a big one, okay? It's a solar eclipse that occurs during a new moon, which can trigger some major reality checks and literally fling you out of your comfort zone. Okay, so this can also trigger some major reality checks, and on a personal level, it will work in your favor. It actually brings renewal, and it can help with a course correction to get you back on track to do what is right for you. It can even radically change an important relationship or see you start an important relationship, whether it's love-related, business-related, or even friendship. Combining Mercury's influence this month, it can also indicate some surprising news comes your way. It doesn't have to be negative news, however, in the end is all for your highest good. An eclipse plus a new moon actually increases your manifestation potential as well, so that's really positive. So get clear on what it is that you want and stride boldly forward, for the universe shall work with your energy this time for you to achieve it, delivering a prosperous outcome. Now, that's a lot of cards there for you, but I have to honor it because they have come out. So the end of the month for you is going to be super busy, okay? I'm actually seeing an image in the water of leaves, really scattered, but then it's like, you know, the wind blows and brings all the leaves together, and they're kind of scattered, but then they're like scooped up into like a whirlwind kind of energy. So there is structure, there is some sort of formula there, but at the same time, it can indicate that you are going to be very busy and very productive, but organized in an organized fashion. So if you tend to be the sort of person that you're doing something, then something else comes up suddenly and you're having to change direction, do that thing because it's critical, then return to the other thing that you were doing, and you're very, very busy right now doing a lot of multitasking. I feel although you'll be busy at the end of the month, things are going to be very positive for you, and you're going to be super organized and get everything done. But be mindful to keep your wonderful energy for the end of October. For you in particular, it's going to be a busy one, okay? Now, as I was saying, it's definitely time to, implement manifestation rituals, make those wishes and manifestations though before the 9th of October, as Jupiter, planet of good luck, retrogrades and will not turn direct until February 2025, when the energy will actually stabilize again. Now, on a global scale, if you think the last couple of years have been a bit weird, hold on to your hats. This could be the start of some pretty bumpy energy for some time to come, especially in terms of world events. This eclipse can influence some sudden new governmental structures, rules or policies put in place. You may see a radical dismantling of traditional structures too, or sudden reshuffles of people in positions of power and authority, which can actually shock anger, and also disappoint. We may even hear of a well-known global leader leaving the earthly plane this month and dissect the legacy they leave behind and what we can learn from it, if anything at all. Now, Libra also represents strong alliances, peace, and love, but this eclipse, it squares Mars, planet of conflict and arguments, so we could see some new alliances form globally, as well as a breakdown in global contracts and further conflicts escalating too. I hate to say that. I hope I'm wrong on that, but that is what the energy is lending itself to at the moment. The saving grace could be the trine in Jupiter on the 8th, just before it retrogrades. That fights really hard to find a positive resolution, but its task will be a difficult one. Pluto, the planet of life-altering change, also dips back into the sign of Capricorn on the 11th of October, the threshold of change, okay? And let's just put it this way. We could see some financial market changes. Last time we saw Pluto shift into Capricorn was in 2008, and the world witnessed one of the largest financial crises of our generation. Luckily, this period, it will be brief, as Pluto will then re-enter Aquarius in November. But this month is the realization that all is not as well as it seems. Pluto reveals cold, hard truth, and partnered with the eclipse energy, lots of exposés will continue this month. I have to say that basically it will surround hidden agendas and illicit wrongdoings. It's time for the truth to finally out, and this will continue way into 2025. But is this merely a distraction? I feel we've all got to ask ourselves that question. This period can also see some of the most extreme tectonic plate movements, and if you know my readings, you'll know that my guides have been constantly drawing my attention to the Ring of Fire, which can symbolically represent the solar eclipse period that we're about to enter, but also it can point to the edges of the Pacific Ocean for major activity. I'm also drawn to the Anatolian plate and the African plate in the Mediterranean Sea for major eruptive potential too. Now, on a personal level, Pluto can actually help you detox, articulate yourself effectively, which is really positive because you are in your third house at the beginning of the month. So if you're going up for an interview or an important meeting, or you have an important discussion to have, it's going to work really well for you and go in your favor. This period can also have you have your needs met, build deeper relationships with your inner self as well. And the super full moon on the 17th will ask you to pay more attention to your health, to make long-lasting changes to improve your well-being. You will commit 100% to self-improvement. So whatever you align yourself with in October, it will amplify into 2025. So make sure you do more of what you love, as October will act as a mirror of what to expect for next year too. Now, it is a potent time to release heavy energy, anxiety, and empower yourself for the next part of your journey. Yes, October will be difficult. It will be a strange month to navigate, but on a personal level, it yields so many rewards and results, as well as revelations that aid you with the next steps in your path. We close the month with my favorite time of year, Samhain, or Halloween to some, and this is a magical time to basically light a candle for the ancestors and offer up a moment of gratitude for their struggle, open the pathway for us to thrive. The veil shall be the thinnest during this period, so expect messages from loved ones in spirit in the form of feathers, coins, and scent, and this will let you know that they protect you, they send love, and are guiding you to greater things, as you deserve the best in life, okay? So let's get to your cards. You've got a lot of them. You've got a lot going on there. Your first card there is the Lover's card. So this is all about your partnerships, your alliances, the people you really care about, but also it indicates you have big decisions to make in the month of October. And I feel whatever decision you're making, it is the best one for you. Okay, so pay close attention to your intuition. I feel this is a month of finding your voice, of course, because of that third house, speaking loud and proud, expressing your ideas, and also the law of attraction works the greatest for you this month, because this is a time to visualize, but also communicate to the universe what it is you desire to manifest and what steps you need to take in order to get you to where you want to go. Some of you may feel inclined to book quick travel this month. Also, you may be feeling compelled to study. If you're studying already, some of you will reach a milestone, but I feel there is a big change at the end of the month, but it is a positive one for you. It sees you feeling a little bit anxious, but know that it's going to work out in your favor. Now, This is an interesting card, okay? This protagonist energy, it can indicate that there is a balance between the earthly plane and, the ethereal plane. So this is about your dreams becoming a reality, putting your plans in motion. I feel like you're going to be very busy doing things that you love this month, because the Lover's card is to follow your heart. It is to make a decision that is in your highest favor. It's about you looking at your values when contemplating which path to take. It's a unification of energy in order to walk tall and move towards your goals and dreams. It says here the dream lovers equals choice, connection, and the merging of dualities within the dream world. This card represents the harmonious union of contrasting elements of the self as well as the decisions that shape our destiny. So big choices, big decisions, but I feel with that Five of Pentacles, there is an energy to have confidence, because sometimes you may feel like you are not enough, or some of you may feel that you don't have all the variables right now to make a decision, but you also have intuition, you have your gut instinct. So whichever feels like the right way for you, I feel like, you're going to be totally on track. Now, for some of you, if you are looking for love, there is a strong potential for you to find love. I feel this is a great month there to connect to someone who really sees you. They have a very healing influence on you, a very calming influence, but it's also vice versa. I see here that some of you may meet this person at a gathering of people, and I feel basically the friend who greets you in the most dramatic fashion at this event, I feel it's a friend of theirs that actually is very interested in you, and I feel there could be some sort of connection there too. So even if you basically are currently looking for your soul tribe and you join a group of people where you're learning or you're actually involved in the community, there's going to be one person who, when you enter the room, they're going to be like, "Oh, Leo, hey, so glad you could make it." And they have a friend that I feel in time you will meet and, of course, partner up with. There's a high level commitment there, okay? But ultimately, the Lover's card is you looking at the things that you love doing. That's perfect for October, because it means you're going to do more of that in 2025. But the Five of Pentacles, some of you may be a little bit anxious about finances this month. I mean, I feel like you start the month feeling a little bit drained. When I actually tried to light the candle at the beginning of your reading, the first candle, or the first match, it would not light. So I was like, oh, Leo is definitely feeling exhausted. I feel like you're kind of like fed up with all of the drama that's going on in the world, but also in your current circumstances, and you're just trying to keep your head down and do what's right for you right now. But I feel like you've been on the go, pushed and pulled in many different directions, and you're feeling really exhausted. The Moon card is also a card of feeling drained, okay? So I feel some of you are looking particularly at a person who has been draining your energy. Maybe their drama, it's not your drama, but they're making it your drama in some way. And I feel like you're trying to withdraw from things that drain your energy. So a lot of you may also be looking at food substances this month and how they have an impact on your energy levels. And you may be cutting things out, or maybe even tempering things so that you don't cut it out completely. But at the end of the month, I feel like you get to a point where you don't need it anymore. So you may actually taper off whatever it is that you've been connecting to that perhaps has been having an impact on fluctuating energy levels or hormonal levels. And with that Death card, it's like, done, you're finished with that. Okay, now the Five of Pentacles is a little card of worry, okay? So I feel some of you, if you're trying to make a decision about something, you may be a little bit anxious about making the wrong decision. Remember, if you tap into your intuition and your gut instinct, you can never make a wrong decision, because the path that feels the most exciting, the one that's thrilling, the one that actually sets your soul on fire and thinks that would be really great if I got that, that's the path for you. So don't ever second guess yourself. Your intuition knows the way. But I also get an energy here of you wanting to break free, okay? There is a longingness here for something that you feel you don't have right now. But remember, with the Lover's card, it is a card of magnetism. So I feel whatever it is that's in your heart that you're longing for right now, you're taking steps towards making it happen. But at the same time, the universe is taking 10 steps towards you to make sure that you accomplish it. So I feel like you're investing your energy into something that you love, and it's hard work. But there is a payoff here. I see success for you, a lot of you. There is some new money coming your way, but it's delayed, okay? I would say that at the end of the month, you actually end with a little bit more money than you started with, which is not usual. So either you get paid early, or maybe there's a little bonus there, or some sort of small increase of financial kind of incentive, or it feels like your money is changing, that's for sure, because you're going from a 5 of Pentacles there to a 10 of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, not all of you, it's only if you've come to this reading and this has happened, some of you may have gone through some sort of bereavement, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Some of you, your mind may be caught up in inheritance, so you're having to deal with documentation, and some of you may be actually getting inheritance, and maybe that's the extra money there. I know that you'd rather have the person, but I feel it's been a very difficult journey for you, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you're dealing with that at this time. But things will start moving in the right direction, especially if there's been a question about the inheritance. I feel things will be fair. 6 of Wands tells me that you are triumphant, so if you're in a battle, a legal battle in some way, I definitely see that it's the end of it, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. For some of you, if you have been in some sort of conflict or argument recently, the end of the month, it feels like it dissipates. So this could be a harmonizing of conflict. It could be that suddenly you and the person, you have an honest, open conversation, take accountability, and both of you are seeing each other for the situation and what it really is. And you kind of honor each other's differences, but at the same time find what you care about in the person in the first place. It feels like love wins, or it feels like both parties, they are seen and heard, and therefore they feel validated in their energy. So I do see like an olive branch situation happening for you in the month of October. If you've had any family conflict in particular, because we've got the 10 of Pentacles there, but I feel there's an energy of waiting it out. This person, they seem, they don't want to repeat a cycle. However, they keep repeating a cycle. So I feel like they are learning about your absence, because the 5 of Pentacles is to withdraw from something. So I feel if you've been withdrawn from someone recently, I feel, the end of the month, there is some sort of reconciliation there, okay? And it may be that this person actually shows you with action that they're sorry, or that they mean to move on from this, okay? So I'll leave that there with respect as well. The 5 of Pentacles can also indicate just be a little bit mindful, because you're very busy, and also I feel you're under a lot of pressure recently, and this can indicate that your defenses are low. Just make sure there is a possibility there for a seasonal cold that could affect your immune system, something like that. But basically the 5 of Pentacles is the have-nots card, and what I mean by that is something you feel that you don't have right now, you're yearning for it, okay? And the end of the month, it's like you're going to see it start to materialize, but I feel like you're taking a lot of action towards making it happen. The Moon card is all about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. So this is about dreaming big. Remember, your 3rd house is influencing you, so the law of attraction is going to work really well for you, and the Lovers card is connected to the law of attraction. That's why I'm so excited about you having these beginning cards. Even though the 5 of Pentacles can be a negative card, it can be that things are a struggle. It's hard right now, and you're aware of that. Life is all about the ups and downs. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. We all know that we go through a struggle from time to time. And sometimes, especially recently, it feels like it's been a bit of an uphill battle no matter what you do. But with this Moon card, it can feel that you're facing some really difficult things, even your shadow self, and you're learning a lot of lessons about yourself, about what you're capable of, how you overgive when you really care about a person. Sometimes you may even give too many chances to a person that does not deserve it. I am being given an energy, there's no people here in your reading, although it could be connected to a family member, because I feel this month is all about your journey. It's about your direction. It's about the things that you feel you don't have and getting the things that you want at the end of the month, even if it's something material that you feel like you don't have right now, whether it's a car, a bag, a house. A lot of you, it is property, okay, with the real estate energy here. But whatever it is you feel like you don't have right now, I feel like you're actually on course to achieve it. So keep doing what you're doing. I feel everything is coming together. Maybe that's what that image of the leaves was all about. All these different pieces. It feels like as you move into the fall, it feels like all the different scattered pieces are starting to come together, and they're formulating a plan, or there is action or movement, and there's structure there. So I feel things are actually going to slot into place nicely for you. But at the beginning of October, you can't feel it. I feel like you're kind of exhausted, it's the same old thing, just a different day. But there is some positive news and change coming in for you. I would say 2nd to 3rd week of October for you, but you certainly certainly leave the month on a high. But with the Nine of Swords, I would say better sleep. Very important to make sure you look at sleep. Interesting that I want to show you the Nine of Swords, because when you think about the leaves going round and round in circles, okay, that can indicate that the wind is formulating like a little wind tunnel. So for some of you who are in places where there is a potential for tornadoes, because of course that is a big old tornado right there, I feel for some of you, there could be something like that happening at the end of the month, okay? And it's a big one, okay? I just want you to be aware of that. I can't ignore that fact that I got that image and that card. So, I mean, do what you always do, batten down the hatches, and, you know, have some supplies in, you know, the drill there. But I feel with the Sun card, I mean, we got the High Priestess, we got the Star, the Judgment, you know, I feel it's going to be okay. Okay, I just get this energy that, you know, if you're worried about it, you know, just keep yourself safe. All good. So with the Moon card, this is a very soul-searching card. So you're going to be doing a lot of reflecting this month about your goals and dreams. But also I feel a lot of you may withdraw in order to focus on a project, or maybe you're withdrawing in order to focus on a family member. Some of you, and this is only if this is occurring in your life right now, you're a carer. You're looking after someone in your family who is unwell at the moment. And this person, you know, I feel like very complex person, but they really do appreciate you being there for them and looking after them and doing what you can do. They see that you're doing the absolute best. And this person, I just get an energy here that they're going to talk about a wish of yours and they want to grant it. Random, I know, but I feel there's a conversation about wanting to grant a wish of yours in the future, and it is something that they will keep. They will keep their promise. When they have the resources to do so, I feel like this person will keep that promise to deliver a wish to you for your kindness and compassion there. That's coming through as well. Now, this card really connects to your 9th house, okay? So this is all about the great quest for meaning. And I feel right now you're committing yourself to your life purpose. You're asking those bigger, deeper philosophical questions there. So you may feel compelled to retreat, maybe even go on a spiritual retreat, or you're just going to withdraw into your energy to read a good book, gain some higher wisdom there, higher knowledge, and this is the time to look at the bigger picture. And I feel dream bold, dream big, because anything you feel like you do not have right now, the universe is conspiring to make it happen for you. But also I feel like you're investing a lot of time and energy to make it happen. Now we do have the Hermit, okay? It's in the resistance position. So I feel, you know, mid-month, this is about you coming out of your shell. This is about you being a little bit more sociable than usual. But the Hermit is a card that indicates you are exhausted, okay? It feels very much like you need to have some time for yourself, time out, temporary time out, to have a break, to regroup your energy, to really think about your perspective on life and about your direction. And, you know, the Hermit is to seek inspiration. Interesting that that Hermit's got a book there. I really feel that energy that you may withdraw into reading, you know, a book that inspires you and may even have a message for you over the coming weeks and months. There's something here that you read in a book that is important. And I feel like your guides have brought you to this book in particular to actually learn from it. It is a little nugget of truth and information for you to help you on your journey. It says here, the Dream Hermit, seeking wisdom and guidance from within. This card represents a time of introspection and solitude, finding one's inner light through dream meditation. Okay, so implementing meditative kind of practices, really focusing on your health. Doesn't mean that anything isn't really happening this month at the beginning of the month. You're certainly going to be very busy at the end of the month, very productive there. But of course, you're doing life, and I feel like you are going to be on top of your goals and your dreams. I feel like you are going to increase your finances as well there and pay close attention to the people you really care about. This is a big month for this. But mostly, I feel like you being very cerebral in your heart and head space, you know, wondering, are you on the right track? Is things going to work out in your favor? And the answer is yes. You know, there's a lot of success energy at the end there for you. Now, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. It's in the resistance position at first, okay? But anything that's in the resistance position is going to be in the upright. So if you're finding finances a bit of a struggle at the beginning of the month, know that there is something being sent to you. This could be new money coming your way, an incentive. For some of you, if you're in a job, I see, discussions from someone in a position of authority. This could be your boss, for example. I feel like there's an important meeting coming in for you in the month of October, especially if you're in a career where they talk about bonuses and they talk about budgets for the company. And I feel like you are going to be recognized for your work. I feel like you're singled out for some sort of bonus or some sort of reward there. It feels like, you're being appreciated and you are the star of the show, as it were. It feels like you went above and beyond. So this money, though, it feels like there's an energy of, you may hear about it in October, okay, but it seems to be like end of November, December time when it is given, okay? So please take it as it resonates. If you're not in a career right now and you're looking for a job, some of you have found it really hard to find a job, number one, that you love, but also that pays the money that you deserve, because you're all up in your value energy right now, and you may feel that you're a little bit despondent because you feel the job market is oversaturated, and some people may have said to you that you're overqualified. That just basically means that they know that you're really awesome at what you do and you have the skill set that they want. However, their budget may not allow, or it may be that they're trying to get you at a lesser price. They're trying to negotiate you down. Don't ever sacrifice your values for what you truly deserve, because the right role is about to come. I feel like there's something that really matches your skill set on the horizon for you, and I feel that there's going to be a lot of work there. I feel like you're going to have to use your mind, and sometimes you're going to feel a little bit like, whoa, there's a lot going on, but don't let that phase you. I feel like you got this. Even if you are going for the interview and you think that you don't have the skills that they mention in the brief on your resume, I feel like you win the day. You're head and shoulders above the competition, and you will be the person who is picked for the role, because anything that you do not have on your resume, you can learn as you earn. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. So new money coming in for some of you, especially if you're struggling. Now, the Ten of Pentacles, when it goes into the upright, a lot of you are going to be focusing, of course, on your financial legacy. You're going to be thinking also about your financial security for the future, pensions, making sure that you're on track. So I feel like you are implementing strict budgets this month just to remain on track financially. I feel like you're taking ownership of your plans. This is a month to move ahead on plans, even if it's slow moving. So whatever it is for you, I feel you are going to be on target. Ten of Pentacles means you're investing high energy into something that means a lot. For some of you, it could be family business. For a lot of you, this is about being able to save a little bit more for your future. And if you're retired, this can mean that you're feeling a little bit out of sync with everybody. You feel that no one notices you, that you may feel like you blend in with the background in some way. But I see you joining a community or some sort of group of people that are very creative in nature, and they are going to be long-term friends. Firm friends is what I'm being given. But more than that, I feel if you're single and looking for love, there could be someone in there who basically they're an old soul, so they have very chivalrous kind of values, and they are like old-fashioned love. And I feel this is something that will blossom into something really fulfilling for you. So that's coming through there as well. But the Ten of Pentacles is, of course, about planting roots, being stable. So I feel the majority of you this month, you're just all about creating stability in your world, staying true to your plans, and looking at how to diversify or branch out in some way, and looking at what you don't have, okay? Because I really just get this sense of shopping around for what it is you don't have. Now, it doesn't have to be material, but because I've got a material card here in the Ten of Pentacles, I see a lot of you making a large purchase. For some of you, this could be property, real estate. Maybe some of you are thinking about going into real estate. Some of you are looking at your mortgages, repayment plans, and you're just trying to downsize that. So you may spend a little bit more money trying to bring that repayment bill down. You're going to feel really proud of yourself, even if you may feel that you leave yourself with a little bit less money for the month. I feel like you make the investment to bringing that down long term. So you're going to feel really proud of yourself there. Now, we've also got the Hangman here, and it's in the resistance position. So this can indicate some of you your life has been turned upside down in some way, or you've just had a lot on your plate that you're feeling like scattered. I keep getting the energy of being scattered, okay? But know that it'll all come good at the end of the month. The Hangman is also the weight, okay? If you're a freelancer, for example, and you haven't been paid by someone who is actually a well-established company, is what I'm seeing, shame on them, first of all, okay? But at the same time, I feel like you will get some movement on that, but it is at the end of the month. I feel like you've waited a long time for this. There is still a small wait for this, but it will come in, okay? And for some of you, it may kind of indicate to you that trouble is brewing, okay, when it comes to like financial markets, things like that. When big companies are starting to downsize in their branches or in their workforce, you know that they are battening down the hatches for something that they are preempting to come. So I feel like you're just keeping an eye on that, okay? I feel a lot of you are protecting your finances. I'm only mentioning finances a lot because you've got the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles there, so you're securing yourself in your endeavors. Now, a lot of you are going to see a missed opportunity come back around. So whether that's in terms of a friendship, a career, or an opportunity for you to network, maybe it is even a love opportunity. I see something returning, but I also see you returning to doing something that you used to love, something that you're very talented and gifted at. This doesn't have to be for a career. It can be something that you enjoy doing that gives you peace of mind, because I feel you're really focused on managing stress levels because you've been under a lot of pressure recently, whether it's with children, whether it's with life, with work, with retirement, whatever is on your mind right now. I feel like you're just trying to protect your peace of mind and disconnect from things that cause you anxiety. Okay, so I feel a lot of you are withdrawing. This is a big withdrawal month for you, just to really get clear on who you are, what you want, and what makes you happy. So I see a lot of you returning to a part of yourself that you used to find joy in, whether it's painting, whether it's a sporting activity, whatever it is. I feel this is something that you will really invest in, and it feels just emotionally fulfilling for you. But also some of you, not all of you if you don't want to go down that route, because it's more about you investing in you. Some of you could actually make money through this sort of endeavor later on, and it may be something that you're launching, okay? Now, I would also say, and this is just coming up, this is the last time I'm going to talk about money because the energy is coming out, I have to honor it. If some of you are struggling with a financial bill, or you're struggling with your finances right now, I feel with the Hermit energy, there is a potential to reach out to somebody who can help you, okay? Now, this could be a friend that you reach out to, someone you've known for a long time, and they may be able to help, even if it's to organize things with you. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you are reaching out to the service provider that perhaps has increased the money in bills, and you may reach out to this person and say, hey, that's not fair. I'm not using the energy or the water in any different way. I haven't gone over what I usually do. Why is it increasing? Can we find a repayment plan that suits us both? Because I just don't want to have to shut you off, or I don't want to have to struggle with it as well. I feel like you could find a midway point where both of you can come to an agreement, okay? But don't bury your head in the sand when it comes to finances or bills, because then of course things get out of the control. But I do feel that you will find some way to consolidate things and just work things out, like a minimum payment at least, where you can keep moving towards paying off the bill, okay? So don't worry, don't stress over it. You've got this. Remember, you are important, and all these other factors, you know, although we need to pay the bills, your health is more important, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. So again, not every Leo is dealing with that, but it's come through, so I have to mention it because that Five of Pentacles is there, okay? Now, the Judgment card is a card of choosing the healthier path for you, but also it's a card of self-evaluation. So big decisions to be made in this month. And I feel whatever you decide at the end of the month, you're going to be so happy, whether it's a choice between a job, or whether it's a choice between a love or where you want to live, because some of you are going into real estate, or you're moving house this month, or you're looking for a property to move into. There's just so much joy about you at the end of the month. And this is also a card of an awakening. Where have you been spending all of your energy and your time and it's wasted, or you feel it's draining you? So I feel like you are getting back on target, getting back on track, and I feel like you're seeing things as they truly are. You're being really honest with yourself. And it says here, judgment of dreams, awakening and rebirth through dreams. This card symbolizes the call to a higher consciousness and the realization of one's true purpose as revealed in dreams. So I would say pay close attention to your dreams, because there may be a message in that, but also I see a major message in a book for you, okay? I would also say with this card, this is an indication that you are forging ahead with purpose, and I feel like you're making headway in your life, and you are going to see some major results there, some major wins and successes, major breakthrough, I would say. Looking at the energy at the start and at the end, it's like polarized. It's so different. So something really great to look forward to at the end of the month. Some really great news there for you. Also, the Judgment card is a card of understanding, okay? So you may identify something or somebody who has been basically draining your energy or wasting your time. It could also be that you suddenly have an epiphany where you are reaching for some sort of new life, and you're sort of decluttering, letting go of things that have been hindering your path. For some of you, this may be a literal decluttering, because when we get Pluto involved, it can indicate that we're looking at stuff that we got and we think, you know what, I love this many years ago, but now I've kind of outgrown this, so maybe it's time to put it out there for someone else to love it. Pre-loved goods. Perhaps you're going to put stuff out there and have a financial exchange there too. But the star energy is all about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes, and there is a wish being delivered for you. But I feel like you worked hard for it, whatever it is. You're exhausted to the point of feeling it's never going to come, but the universe says don't give up, because I feel there is something coming in for you that is going to give you a wonderful surprise. Now, the star energy, of course, is healing. So if there is any conflict, as I mentioned before, there is an olive branch at the end of the month. I feel, things are not going back to the way that they were. That's for sure. With that Nine of Swords, I feel both of you are very cautious, whatever this is. It doesn't have to be a family member. It could be a friend, could be a lover, could also be someone in your working environment who's causing trouble, someone who's trying to micromanage you. Maybe it's a neighbor who is causing an issue there. It doesn't always have to apply to love, career, money, all of those things. So whoever this is, if they're causing an issue, I feel there could be a realization, like a sudden, like the penny drops. Like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. Some people, of course, they know what they're doing. We all have choices and we make those. But it could be that, for example, this person is not aware that whatever they're doing is causing an issue, and now that you have that honest, open conversation, I feel like it ends. The Death card is like the end of that, so whatever that is. For some of you, it may be that your neighbor moves away and you're like, yes! So please take it as it resonates, okay? But the star, it says here, the star of dreams, hope, inspiration, and guidance from the dream world. This card represents the light in the darkness, offering clarity and direction through dream messages, okay? So I think I mentioned there is pretty much a light at the end of the tunnel for you. So anything you've been working hard to accomplish or investing your energy in, I feel like you are having a breakthrough, making it become your reality. And I feel there is comfort there at the end of the month for you. The star energy indicates, of course, that you have inner clarity as well. So making a decision, suddenly you know what to do. You're called forward to do it. And I feel like this really revitalizes your energy. So if you have been feeling exhausted and unmotivated recently, suddenly you spring into action at the end of the month, and I feel there's some really exciting times ahead for you. Now, we also have the High Priestess. So this is a card that is you honoring your sacred time, especially if you are pushed and pulled in many different directions and you tend to help a lot of people out. You must also honor your own sacred time. So it's about withdrawing into yourself to really check in. And this is a card that also is the guardian of the unconscious mind, who guides you to look inwards and listen to your own feelings and intuition. So that's why I said any decisions you're making, use your intuition. Your heart knows the way. That's why you got the Lovers card there at the beginning. But also this is a big part of becoming an adult, okay? Adulting. So whatever age you are, this is about reprogramming any toxic behaviors. I feel like you really are looking at breaking old habits this month, and I feel like you are going to be right on target. So anything that you feel is a negative force in your life, whether it's, enabling someone's behavior because you give them so many second chances, or whether it is, a substance that you connect to that you feel is no longer working for you, or you want to leave it behind, whether it is that, procrastination. Sometimes we all go through a period of procrastinating, and I feel whatever it is, you're looking at it this month and saying, no, I need to get on target, get back on track, and you are inspired to move forward with new ideas, fresh new energy, but also you're choosing the healthy path, okay? Now, the High Priestess, it says here, the High Priestess of Dreams, intuition in the subconscious mind. This card represents the secrets and the mysteries hidden within dreams, urging the seeker to listen to their inner voice. And that's what your whole month is about. So although you're going to be very productive and very successful in your endeavors and be on target, this is more about you this month. It's all about your inner world. It's about you connecting to who you are, really going deeper and sort of learning a little bit more about what you're capable of, especially under pressure. And of course, nobody likes to be under pressure there. So I see you managing your stress levels there too. But also the High Priestess, this is about developing your spiritual gifts. So some of you are going to implement rituals this month. Maybe it's something for Samhain or Halloween, of course. Some of you may even attend like a fancy dress party or do something for that, because I also see with the High Priestess, you going as some sort of like character. Yeah, I feel there's this energy of going somewhere where you dress up, okay? Now that normally doesn't connect to the High Priestess, but I feel a lot of you may be doing that. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say because of course it's the time of year, but I see that happening there. But also with the High Priestess, this is a card of, the veil between the worlds being really thin. So a lot of you are actually going to get a message from someone who has crossed over. They're from your family lineage. This person could be a grandparent, okay? Because we got the Hermit energy there. It doesn't have to be gender specific, but I feel there's an energy here of someone who is like an older generational kind of energy who's coming through. I feel you may have been waiting for a message or guidance from this person for some time, but there's a major revelation that comes at the end of the month. This person's going to give you a very strong message. Could be in a dream, but I feel look out for scattering leaves being swirling around, because I feel this is your image. It keeps coming up towards me. Like even if you're in the southern hemisphere right now and you're having a really like big old summer, I feel you may see a reel or maybe even a scene from a movie where there is like scattered leaves, and this could be your sign or symbol that everything's coming together. Everything may not make sense right now. There's all like different compartmentalized parts of your life, but it's all going to come together, consolidate, and it's going to work in your favor. There's movement. Whenever you see rings, and this is like a ring of leaves, like swirling around, whenever you see that, it's all about commitment. It's all about you having an affinity with your goals and dreams, understanding what you need to do, but things working out in your favor, and also having a circle of support. So I feel that's something that is going to be a dominant energy in your month ahead. Now, of course, we got the Sun card. This is a Leo card. This means there's a very happy Leo at the end of the month, because I do feel a lot of good news coming in. I mean, there's so much light at the end of your reading. The star energy, the High Priestess, the Sun. A lot of you are working on something in secret as well, and you may be at the point of releasing it or letting it out for everyone to see. Could be launching a business. Maybe you are putting a piece of creative work out there for people to see. I mean, with the Nine of Swords, some of you may be a little bit anxious if you're revealing something that you've been working on, because of course it is an extension of you, but don't worry about it. You're awesome, and whatever it is that you have done, there will be accolades, okay? Six of Wands is like everybody wants to see you. Step into the spotlight. This is a successful time for you. For some of you, it could be an award. If you're an artist, for example, it could be that someone reaches out and wants to exhibit your work, to have it seen. For some of you, if you're wanting a publishing deal, this is a great time for you, because because the 9th and the 3rd house is all about, you know, building relationships with people who want to hear your voice, who want to know what you have to say and then publish it. So I feel this is a great time for you to step into maybe an important meeting as well and discuss how you feel in your role. So if you are in a career, it could be that you have an important meeting with somebody and you really say, look, it's tough right now. Everyone's struggling. There's extra work, but I am going above and beyond. Is there a potential to grow in the company? Is there potential for an increase in finances, new income, or a bonus or a raise? I feel like you're not asking for much, but at the same time, you know, with the current economic market, there may be like a hesitancy of even asking, but I feel like you will be pleasantly surprised. Obviously, do it diplomatically, but I feel it will be met with a positive reaction, but I feel like you'll have to wait for it. So again, I feel it will be something that doesn't come until later on in the year, November, December time, okay? Now it says here, the Son of Dreams, joy, success, and vitality arising from the clarity and enlightenment found in dreams. This card represents the positive energy and the brilliance of dreams that illuminate the path forward. So you're going to know what you need to do. You're going to make the right decision. You are on target, and I feel there's a lot of success around you right now, but also a lot of personal development and growth. You really are honoring your own needs this month. 100% you're investing in yourself, and I feel taking good quality rest, very important. Some of you may even book either a spiritual retreat or some sort of cultural getaway this month, and it may be somewhere you've never been before, but you may be saving for that. I definitely see you taking it. So it's going to be a really wonderful time there too. Now, I do hate to say this, but for some of you, there may be some delays on something that you have been purchasing, okay? It feels like a purchase, a delayed parcel, okay? It will come in, but I feel, you know, by the time it comes in, maybe you feel like you don't want it anymore, or it's past the date. So if, for example, you're purchasing a gift for a person and it's supposed to be coming in now, I feel, you know, it's going to be delayed. So you may have to find an alternative gift, but also send the parcel back when it comes, or even just cancel the order, okay? Because I feel there's such a delay with something coming in for you in the month of October that you're like fed up with it. And it's like, it kind of like outran its purpose. It just didn't come at the time that it was meant to come, okay? I do apologize for the large sound there. It's some sort of plane. I mean, to the point where sometimes I think they're going to land in my front room, right? It's like, you coming to join me for tea or something? You're so low right now. What's going on? But anyway, let's move on from that. Your outcome energy is the Six of Wands. Success, glory, triumph. So for some of you, this could be you tying up loose ends on projects, really getting organized in your life, but also hearing some good news that's going to make you want to celebrate. This card also indicates you're going to be singled out for something. I mean, a lot of you, if you are someone who's in the public eye, this is a success project. Could be something that thrusts you into more fame and fortune. It could be that all eyes are on you. I would say if you are someone in the public eye, I would say with the Nine of Swords and the Death card there, there's an energy of protecting yourself from giving too much of yourself is what I see. You know, some things are meant to be sacred is what I'm seeing with that High Priestess energy. Of course, be creative and be your wonderful self, but don't sacrifice yourself at the same time is what I'm being given there. But Six of Wands, great energy. This is a card that you achieve your goal. You're going to be very productive. Some of you may even see a promotion, or if you're in a period of study right now, it could be that you get your qualification. And for some of you, if you are learning to drive, for example, I see that you passed your test. Now, the person that is testing you, this person, whilst they're a nice person deep down, I feel like they may be very cold, very austere in the examination, okay? And they reserve their judgment. It's almost like they got a poker face, and it makes you feel a little bit uneasy. Don't allow this to knock your confidence. This person is seeing how you drive under pressure. They're seeing how you cope with, you know, people with different energies, causing a distraction, because ultimately they want you to win. They want you to pass your test, but they need to make sure that you are roadworthy with what's going on in the car as well as what's going outside the car, if that makes sense. So don't let that knock your confidence. Same with any interview that you go for or any important meeting that you go for in the month of October. I see that there is one person who is very cut off, very logical, very detached, okay? And this person is just seeing how you cope with different personalities. Okay, I feel like you're being tested. There's an energy of test going here, but you pass with flying colors. Now, of course, we got the Nine of Swords. Some of you at the end of the month, because I feel like you are going to be very productive and very busy, there's a potential here for, poor sleep. So just watch out for that. Could come from the fact that we have a super full moon at the end of the month that may, interfere with your sleep there. But the Nine of Swords is worry. And you've also got a card, Five of Pentacles, of worry. So I want to pull a card on that just to see what's going on there for you. It could be that you are preempting something. It's like you're expecting the worst, but actually the worst doesn't happen. It feels like you get the best because you've got the Six of Wands there. It kind of cancels things out. But I'm just going to pull a card on this just to make sure. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What is it they need to be aware of? The World card, okay? Some of you are very... we all are keeping our eye on what's going on in the world there. Some of you are worried about the trajectory that the world is on, okay? There's an important message here where we must not be governed by fear, okay? Because fear changes our vibration and the vibration of the world. I'm being shown the Schumann resonance right now in the water. Our energy, because we are all energy, okay? Whether you believe that or not, we are energy. We need to have energy, some sort of electrical current for our heartbeat to beat. And energy does not go anywhere. It is transferred. So I feel, we are all one. This is something we need to be aware of. And our fear actually will influence the Schumann resonance of the earth as well. So it is all about vibration. So if we allow fear, because I see a lot of you disconnecting from things that cause you fear, but sometimes the news of the world, it still manages to find us, okay? And it can cause a lot of anxiety. So just watch that, especially just before you sleep, okay? Because anything that you listen to or watch, as you absorb it just before sleep, it can change your sleeping patterns. It can also, remember, very important, what you think about before you go to sleep. It will influence your life, okay? So if you have positive thoughts about success, about your career, or about, having a wonderful friendship group and lots of travel during, your retirement, whatever it is you think about before you go to sleep, your brain actually connects to certain vibrations in your sleeping patterns in order to make the universe conspire behind the scenes to make it become your reality, okay? So the more fearful things that you connect to, the more shocking news that you watch, it actually amplifies. You'll see more of that. Okay, so if you're currently going through a period where, of course, we're all really keeping our eye on what's going on in the world right now, and we're all a little bit nervous, okay? These people in positions of authority, they should know better, but they've lost their way, let's put it that way. So I won't mention anything more about that, but I see a lot of you kind of like being very nervous about that. And of course, we can all do our bit to some small degree. And I see that you're sort of person who does do that. So do what you can for the circumstances that we're in. But ultimately, I feel that there could be some sort of, well, I don't really want to go into it, but I see that there could be some sort of like conflict that amplifies briefly, but I feel then things could diminish there. So with the World card, on a personal level, this could be that you've got so much on your plate, so many goals, and so many things that you need to do that you feel a little bit overwhelmed, and you may have some sleepless nights there as well, but don't let it affect you, because I feel everything is going to come together. There is a smoother energy as you move into November, okay? Now also we've got the Death card, so of course that's the end of the month, right? But also this is about change, so I feel this is about changing kind of like a reality or a mindset. It's like, think about all your wins, all your successes. Don't think about what could go wrong, okay? Think about the positive aspects and you will change your life. So this could be, as I said, you're very cerebral this month. It's about changing the inner narrative and watching the energy change around you because of that. So with this Death card as well, as I said, I see a lot of you cutting out things that are not good for you, but also this is a card of something radical changing for you. So if you tend to be a person who things always go wrong for you, for example, it could be that this is now the breakthrough where suddenly everything goes right for you with that Six of Wands. For some of you, if you've been unwell recently, this is about you getting back to best, having more vitality. With the Death card there as well, can also indicate a period of growth. You've been in a very sort of turbulent but positive transition of change, and now you're being guided towards something greater, something better. With the Nine of Swords, I've already mentioned the tornado thing. I would say with the Death card there, it could change landscapes, of course, we all know that, but with the Six of Wands there too, I feel it, and I don't like to say this loosely, but it could have been worse, okay? But I feel it's better than it could have been, okay? So that's coming out there too. Now, I see that you are going to be very productive. You're going to get a lot done. You're going to feel really proud of yourself. But you actually leave the month of October as well thinking, well, I've got more to do. So I feel like you're not dropping the ball, let's put it that way. So do make sure that you get really great sleep there. Yeah, so we got clouds again for you. Look at that, even with a different deck. I will read this in a moment, but it's like hesitation, doubt, confusion, unclear. And that's probably because you have to make a major decision. But know that once you ruminate on it, you will make the right decision for you. Mountain. You overcome the obstacle. So we've got clouds there. So this can indicate a period where, we don't know what is to come. I can't read for myself, for example. I have to go to a reader to read for me. But it's like something that you need to make a decision on. It feels like the outcome could be unclear, but I've been given strong signals that things are going to work out in your favor. For some of you, this is about looking at the dark thoughts, okay? And whenever the clouds appear and the storm appears, it's there to clear the air, okay? So know that there will be a new dawn. I feel like there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel there. We've also got snake, which can represent transformation, of course, shedding old skin, getting rid of things, rebirthing in some way. But this card, it's also got, temptation, loss, or looking at loss, or fearing loss. For some of you, this could be a fear of loss, losing people that you care about, could be a fear of losing money, losing stability, losing a friendship, a connection with a family member. So I feel some of you may be looking at that. For some of you, we've got enemy, deceit, cheating, jealousy, envy. I was not seeing that in this reading, but I feel it's important to recognize that sometimes people are jealous of successes. So I would keep what you're working on a secret at this time. Also, I would say that some of you, if you have had a setback, it has been a bit of a mountain to climb, but I feel the overarching energy is a breakthrough, especially at the end of October there. And it says here, obstacles, mountain, delays, resistance, struggles, difficult. And I definitely see that that's something that you have been feeling. But with that fire still burning, I feel it really is that energy of don't give up. You're about to have a breakthrough. Remember, sometimes when people are just about to go, you know what, I've had enough of this. Suddenly the universe says, here you go. This is the thing that you've been working towards. Here's the success. Here's the breakthrough. Here's the reward. Here's the payoff. And you're like, oh, right, okay, well, I was nearly about to give up because it's been so difficult. I feel it's kind of like that energy that's coming through for you. Anything that has been stalled or delayed is going to suddenly come towards you. And I feel like, yeah, ultimately, you're going to see what you're capable of because things have been a little bit turbulent, but I feel like you are entering into a new phase where you're on top of things and everything is coming together as it should, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. We have slow and steady wins the race. We've got the snail, okay? Now, of course, the snail can be like slow moving. and if the snail has its little house on its back. Some of you could be trying to move and it's been slow energy and you haven't found the property that you want, or maybe you're trying to sell your property and move somewhere else and there's just been a blockage or a break in the chain somewhere and you're just frustrated. You will get the go-ahead at the end of October. So there will be movement there. Some of you, it's been slow moving towards accomplishing your dreams and your goals. And for some of you, it's like slow moving towards a vacation, okay? But we do have a cocktail there. So if you think about a cocktail, it's like all the ingredients coming together to make something sweet. So I feel this is a celebratory drink, and it's even got an umbrella there. Umbrellas represent protection. So I do feel like there is sweet reward, and it's going to be worth it. You will celebrate. You're protected in all your endeavors, but all the ingredients, you know, if you think about a rainbow even, the ingredients that are necessary for that are rain and sun. And without those two factors, of course, and, you know, the air itself, the oxygen and all of the gases, to bring all those ingredients together, they make the rainbow something really unique and special. But rain is hard work, it's toil, it's effort, and it's sadness. Sometimes there's failure, sometimes there's successes. And of course, sun is the success, it's the warmth, it's the growth. And those two combined make something really special. So I feel you've got lots of different components going on in your life right now. You're trying to make everything work, and it feels like maybe sometimes a bit of a mess, or maybe it feels a little bit scattered, but everything is going to come together at the end of the month, and it feels very much like there's something sweet at the end of it for you as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in some shape or form. Please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.